Grand awakening, my glorious and beautiful family. After an energy tuning and cleansing session, we are now ready to go. Uh, Semi. However, I would like to talk to you now about spirit guides and how this works. How your spirit guides become more active in your reality. So, the first and most important thing to know is that if you ever even just see a video about spirit guides, then you know that your spirit guides are more active in your reality right now than normal. And right now, at this time on the planet, during the biggest part of the shift, the energy is being ramped up, the grid is being reconnected, everybody's finding their healing, everybody is getting the reciprocity from the divine that they so rightly serve for everything that they did for others. And some individuals are paying back for what they feel like they may have misdone. Well, I'm here to tell you, first of all, a misdeed is just a miscommunication from the mind to the brain about how the function of existence operates. And your spirit guides are here to allow you to tap into that state of resonance. Your spirit guides are more aware of your higher self, your higher state of beingness. They are your friends in the etheric and beyond realms, fifth dimensional, ninth dimensional, whatever you want to put a number on it, some kind of symbol. Well, they're there in whatever form in which they may move and choose to move about. However, always connected with you through the soul force. You are a beautiful and magnificent being, and it's time for you to recognize how to connect with the beautiful and magnificent beings that work with you on the other side, that most definitely bring forth love, abundance, and compassion. And a dream catcher is a very powerful way to help evoke those spiritual beings into your reality and also block negativity. So let's get right into this. When I was in LA, I actually slept in the mountains. And the moment, like literally the yay. So the song set, we were in there, we were sleeping in the mountain. Literally that exact same set, I went to sleep, I went to rest, closed my eyes. It was the first time I ever had a rest like this. I was completely at rest for a second. And then a spirit actually flew to me in my dream. And we hugged like we knew each other for a long time and we missed each other. So I recognized right then that I just connected with my spirit guide, at least one of them. And but this one was, it was large and it was huge. It looked like a huge kind of like, it looked kind of like an owl, but it didn't. It was so interesting because I actually had drawn something that looked very similar to it as well, and I think I posted it on Instagram. So yeah, I did. I posted it on Instagram, and it actually is in the same shape of that symbol that I have on my dream manifestor, dream catcher. So after that, I noticed a host of different levels of awareness began to filter into my existence form. And when I mean this spirit hug, I'm talking about we hugged and spent around in circles, and then we looked at each other, and then I woke up, and I was like, I know I've been here before. You know what I'm saying? Or something like, I don't know exactly what's going on with this reality and what my personal experiences in it have been. However, I learned that I've possibly been to places that I didn't know I had been to, either in spirit or in physicality, or both. So, anyways, that's one way that you can actually learn to connect with your spirit guides, is that traveling is very important because your resonance will connect with something in some areas that it cannot connect with some things in other areas. And now I know why they have barred off the actual the landscape. They don't let you sleep in the forests and things like that, really, in the United States. Like, unless it's way up in the frigid cold. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't let you sleep, like, in the... They don't they regulate them heavily because there's powers there that you can actually gain of awareness. And after I connected with that spirit guide, so like that other part of me, because the spirit guide is also another format of your existence, and it operates within a different form of the mind, which the mind is not the brain. The brain is physicality. The mind is actually the connected strands of all existence. Everything that has resonance runs on the mind. It sends frequency, vibration through the mind, and the central processing unit, the source, is the ultra soul, if you want to give it a name. Like it's the center of the brain, the mind, the etheric, the true essence of the mind, the thing that controls everything and monitors. And then you have what they call souls, which are larger parts in the mind. They like stations where like joints, where, like sitting. And then you have like what they sometimes call oversouls, and what an oversoul would be is like a organ. See, because the mind is everything. So when you're talking about the source, you're talking about everything. And the organs are all have neurons. If you didn't know, look it up. Every single part of your body actually has neurons. It all can think. That's why when you hit something, you can feel pain, because that part of your body actually was like, oh, wait, hold on, let me tell you what just happened down here. Because So all of these things, wisdom, all of that can come from your spirit guides, because they can see on the etheric planes what's going on more fluidly and avidly. So you may be walking around and feel like there's a voice in your head, and then you feel crazy. You're not crazy. What it is that do some more cleansing, do some more meditation, and do some heart opening, do some mind exercises that focus your brain. Allow yourself to move into a state of resonance that feeds the soul more, and then you'll begin to experience the beings that are there literally feeding your soul food. They're feeding you real soul food, like they spoon every day. Hey, you want to go left instead of right. You want to love yourself instead of argue with this individual. You want to just ignore that all, immediately. Your girlfriend got a problem. Don't yell at her. Just let it go. Sometimes people go through stuff. They spoon feeding you all this soul food, and sometimes we eat it, sometimes we don't, or we swallow it and we don't really chew it up and digest it right. So I learned that travel is very important in connecting with your soul guides and upgrading your soul force. However, it's not absolutely necessary. I had to travel personally because there were states of awareness that I was being barred from, and there was also foods that I had been barred from based on the physical experiences that I was having. There are individuals who did not want me to make it to this level, just this level itself. So I had to leave where I was at in order to go get certain things, in order to continue my cleansing, make it actually faster. Because on certain levels of vibration, you got to recognize that you could have a certain tool, but it'd be impossible for you to use because you can't even see it. Like depending on your vibration, you cannot see certain things. So like Manuka honey, for instance, you would not be able to even recognize, or unless somebody put it in your face, like just boom, like this is some really good honey. You know what I'm saying? Like it would, you would not be able to even recognize it, because on the vibrational frequency that you're on, and with the clogged upness, you had the bacteria and everything, having your awareness focused and tuned into certain realities. It took us a while just to get to the water shop. Like, so, because of the vibration we was in, like I heard about the water shop, but I never actually went to it. Because every time something would just be a distraction. My vibration would zoom off in another direction. My mind would go with it, modifying and like, yo, why are we going in this direction? Figuring all of that out. So once that had gotten figured out enough, then it's like, bing, bing, bing. There's a water shop right there. You see that? And then we over there. So don't ever fault yourself either. This another thing about connecting with your spirit guides is very powerful. So spirit animal totems that most people usually have an affinity for would be the wolf, the bat, would be the hummingbird, would be the butterfly, would be the moth. It will also be spirit guides, let's say, more abstract, like the lynx. Oftentimes you may have something to do with the lynx. You may have something to do with like the griffin. Then you may have something to do with the phoenix. These are all very common, more multidimensional spirit guides. Some that are kind of more powerful and more difficult to control as an awareness. So it also can lead to a bit of a chaotic state of beingness because they can be unruly. if your energy is not focused, then you can get overrun by your awareness and go into a bit of insanity. So starting with the wolf and things like that, maybe you should look up the wolf totem or any animal you see. Much love, happy ascension.